Let's go! Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Well, Rita, of course I think that worked. It's Thankful Thursday. Gratitude for these heart-centered, growth-minded people that Dr. Brian has assembled, and of course for Dr. Brian himself. We're exploring the superpower of integrous influence, getting to know some super cool people through a shared experience called the Heart of Influence. Welcome to an ecosystem where more than 8,000 people have been on this show, just like yourselves. More than 1,250 episodes. And Bella, who are these heart-centered, growth-minded folks? Come on.
John, we have 5 extraordinary human beings here with Dr. Brian here today on his Heart of Influence. And first, from Philadelphia, PA, provides high-caliber workplace wellness program to small businesses who are truly invested in their employee well-being, designed to optimize employee wellness, work performance, and team culture. Also helps women lose emotional weight that leads to excess physical pounds, and certified practitioner in the holographic memory resolution. Let's welcome to the show, Stacey Friedman.
Stacey, welcome to Dr. Brian's Heart of Influence. Thank you for the impact you're having on human lives and emotional well-being, of course. And Stacey, just this dude, Plato, he was a Greek philosopher. He might be a friend of Dr. Brian's or Bella's, or maybe even, Stacey, a friend of yours. And what Plato said is, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for 1 whole year. So to kick this game off, we ask for a fun fact. Could be an adventurous moment, proud moment, surprising moment, shocking moment, anything that would make us say, Stacey, no way.
No way.
In a headline. So please, Stacey, what is your no way headline fun fact?
So my fun fact is that when I was much younger and used to frequent the Texas No Limit poker tables in Atlantic City, New Jersey, I actually earned the nickname Black Widow on 2 separate occasions from 2 separate men that I played with.
2 separate men calling you the Black Widow. Fun footnote, that was the actual nickname of one of the best women pool players in the history of the world. Stacey, the real Black Widow, is in the building. Bella, we got the Black Widow. Come on.
We got the Black Widow in the house. Next, from Upper Derby, PA, a father, husband, Army veteran, thank you for your service, and a bookkeeping professional owns and operates a professional bookkeeping service, very active in serving his church and community, and extremely passionate about financial literacy and education. Let's welcome to the show, Timothy Gardner.
And it's Timothy, right? Not Timothy, correct?
Yeah, Timothy is fine. No problem.
As
I was growing up, as I was growing up, people refer to me as Tim. Usually when they want to get my attention, they will call my whole name Timothy. So that's no problem. Fun fact for me, it's pretty general. I mean, very simple. I'm actually a sucker for coffee, and I love cafe. And I'm always, I guess, one of the folks who are coffee critics. I always like to go in and test the coffee. If it's worth anything, I will be back. If not, you won't see me again.
Timothy, we're going to introduce you to the Mocha Choca Latte. Coming back, Bella, I think Timothy is going to be interested in Mocha Choca Lattes. Let's go.
I definitely think Timothy's going to want a Mocha Choca Latte for sure. Next up, from Southampton, PA, teaching college composition for 20 years, changed careers, started working as a marketing and wellness director at a wellness and counseling center, teaches yoga, conducts business group, wellness presentations and classes, specialize in teaching those with different abilities, including autism and intellectual physical disabilities. Let's welcome to the show, Jen Leary.
Jen, welcome to Dr. Bryant's Heart of Influence. Warm welcome to you. And please, your fun fact.
My fun fact is I used to teach hot yoga, and a Thanksgiving class, I had Jim Parsons of Big Bang Theory attend my class, and we were out of mats, and he actually used my mat. And I didn't even know it was him until afterwards, and he told me, which I thought was funny, even though I loved his show.
Jen, did he get your mat sweaty in hot yoga?
He did. It's in his DNA is in my mat.
I love it. So thank you for that, Jen. And Jen, this may not be as exhausting as hot yoga, but we'll have a little bit of fun. You up for that?
Yes.
Let's go. Hot yoga, Bella Vrita, DNA is everywhere. Let's go.
DNA is everywhere. Next up, from Philadelphia, PA, a healthy lifestyle advocate, certified trauma-informed breathwork facilitator, certified health coach, level 2 Reiki practitioner, author, and special event host. A 15-year experience in marketing and communications with financial service industry, using her own health challenge journey to guide others through their journey to well-being. Let's welcome to the show, Dory McKeish.
And Bella, you got clipped just a little bit. Is it Doreen?
Dory.
Dory. As in like Dory from Nemo? That's amazing. Dory. Am I correct, Dory?
Yes, Dory with an I as opposed to a Y. So
you're not blue. Is that what I'm hearing?
I am not blue.
Perfect. Excellent. So Dory with an I is not blue. Got it. I am blind, so I couldn't tell the difference, but I'm glad for the clarification. And Dory, please, your fun fact.
Just before my 20th birthday at the Jersey Shore, I fractured my right ankle going down a water slide.
Oof. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. What Jersey Shore area we at, Dory?
I don't recall. I think it was close to Seaside Heights or Seaside, New Jersey.
All right, Seaside, the Jersey Shore. Come on, Dory. No broken ankles today, Bella Rita. Dory's safe. Let's go.
Dory is safe. Thank you. Dory, sorry about your accent. That's not that fun at the Jersey Shore, but hopefully you had some fun after. Coming from Doylestown, PA, serial entrepreneur For almost 30 years, currently owner of multiple businesses, publisher of a local fitness magazine and a workout-a-thon event, owner of a holistic practice, a non-invasive approach to fat reduction, skin tightening, and cellulite soothing to the body, also helping those through weight loss journey, resolving body aches and pains, lower energy, and lack of sleep, supporting hormone imbalance. Let's welcome to the show, Jamie Appenzeller.
Hello.
Jamie, warm welcome to Dr. Brian's Heart of Influence. Appreciate the impact you're having on people's physical well-being, emotional well-being, and please, Jamie, what's your fun fact?
Well, my fun fact is I have so many animals, I can't even tell you how many. I would probably embarrass myself. And 6 of them sleep in my bed every night.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. So can you give us like some of the categories? I'm presuming cats and dogs, or at least in the group, or no?
Cats and dogs, yes, chinchillas, rabbits. I don't have a horse right now, but anything that breathes and has furry ears and a tail absolutely belongs in my house. If it has nowhere to go, I will take it.
That reminds me of Bella, like fuzzy tail. Yeah, exactly. So it's amazing. Bella, yes, this is giving me a context. So Jamie, welcome to the Heart of Influence. This will be as cozy as curling up with the fuzzy creatures. How does that sound, Jamie?
Then I'm in.
Coziness present, Bella Verita. Coziness present, which I believe brings us to the man of the hour.
It does not yet, because we had another person that joined us.
Oh, this is like a clown of people popping out of nowhere. This is like the chinchilla that we thought was lost, emerging and appearing. Bella, please.
Yes. So thank you. And from Doylestown, PA, in real estate for 19 years, opening her own real estate franchise 5 years ago now, with 75 agents working for her. Opened a mortgage company and a title company, offering a one-stop shop for her clients. And Sandra, I apologize if I mispronounce your last name, since I did not get to practice it in the green room. But let's welcome Sandra Machine. And Sandra, if you want to unmute for us, I am certain that I butchered your last name, so I apologize for that if you want to tell us what your last name is, but welcome to the Heart of Influence. And she's a busy realtor coming from her car, of course, looking for the elusive unmute button that is always hard to find on the phone. So if you just tap your screen, it'll come. There you go.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
How are you?
And how do you pronounce your last name, Sandra?
Masky, like a mask on your face.
Oh, Masky, beautiful. Thank you for that, Sandra. And Sandra, we're asking for headline fun fact. Something about you that we'd be like, wow, like that's cool to know. Like maybe you jumped out of an airplane with a parachute. Maybe you've gone scuba diving with sharks. Maybe you collected baseball cards as a kid. Something that would tell us something about you that will be a headline fun fact.
Okay, fun fact about me is I live on 10 acres in Bedminster, and we have donkeys and goats and chickens, and it's a little gentleman's farmer. So,
whoa,
not the
that
average,
is super
not
fun.
the average house.
That is definitely not
farm
the
here.
average house.
Yes.
Goats and chickens, Bella Rita.
And
Goats and
donkeys.
chickens.
And donkeys and miniature donkeys.
Yes, miniature donkeys. Bella, would you like to ride a miniature donkey?
I would love to ride a miniature donkey. Maybe do some yoga with some donkeys. That sounds like fun.
Walk on your back.
Yes, we're company. Yeah, let's go. Goat yoga on the back. I love it. We got this, Bella. And now, the dude who made this all possible. Come on, Bella.
The man that made it all possible from Hatboro, PA, taught x-ray and spinal adjustment courses, supervised an outpatient chiropractic clinic, in private practice for 30 years, researching spinal x-rays, posture, and range of motion, lectures around the country on chiropractic organizations, teaches the reversal of spine arthritis, and was a candidate for presidency of 2 chiro colleges. Let's welcome to his show, Brian Solofsky.
Dr. Brian, thank you, brother,
Hello.
for making this possible. Hello, hello, bringing these amazing folks together. Congratulations on this beautiful Heart of Influence moment, Dr. Brian. And please, sir, from the place of your mastery and expertise, what's your fun fact?
Well, we do have an excellent group today. I have to say they're wonderful people. I've gotten to know them a little bit. And the fun fact about me is when I was 7 years old, I was crossing the street and I got hit by a car, a Ford Fury, and I had a fractured skull and I was in a coma. And the doctors told my parents to start funeral arrangements, that I wasn't going to make it through the night. And I did make it through the night. And I feel like every day I wake up, my life is a miracle.
Dr. Brian, that is beautiful, brother. Absolutely magical. Appreciate you. And shall we do the things to make some miracles happen today?
Certainly.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Brian. Let me introduce the amazing woman who is introducing everyone. This woman began her career in what this show is all about. How do we cause yes with integrity? Selling crafts on her parents' front lawn as an 8-year-old. By the age of 19, she progressed to being a top income earner, 7 figures in the space of network marketing. Then at 24, 25, and 26 years old, she three-peated like Michael Jordan, except not in basketball, but instead as Nevada's #1 business broker. At 24, she was the first woman ever to do it, youngest person ever to do it, male or female, let alone do it 3 straight times. She then began to train entrepreneurs and Fortune 500 companies. In fact, in 2019, every sales team she worked with doubled their sales. She's a skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer in the most extreme of conditions, maybe taught on YouTube or maybe from a blind man, gotta ask her. Raised 8 figures for charity with the Unblinded team over the past 2.5 years, and 2-time, about to be 3-time published author. And this woman who put the heart in the heart of influence. This woman in 2023 publicly, courageously, inspirationally battled and defeated cancer, heart center warrior. Let's welcome to her show, the one and only Bella Verita.
Hello, hello. Sean, you are going to love my fun fact today. My fun fact today is I learned on YouTube from this blind guy that to build business, you should call people you don't know. And so I called some people I don't know from this video on YouTube. And now I got a speaking engagement tomorrow. So that is my fun fact for today, Sean Gallagher.
Bella Verita. Bella Verita. This is, and how are you feeling, my dear comedian friend?
I am feeling quite fantastic. And I always, I actually learned that from Sean, but every time I learn something from him, it really ticks him off if I say that I learned it on YouTube instead. So I was having a little bit of fun.
Yes, absolutely. Awesome job, Bella. And shall we do the things on Dr. Brian's Heart of Influence? Congratulations on your acceleration, and let's go.
We should definitely do the things, but let me introduce my co-host. The man, well, that was fun. The man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Gallagher. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He is only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. And in fact, the state of New Jersey thinks he's so cool that they actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around, speaking on stages, he's an incredible philanthropist, that raised nearly $10 million for refugees in the Ukraine. Let's welcome my co-host, Mr. Sean Callaghan.
Gratitude, Bella. Thank you, Dr. Brian. Thank you, everybody, for being here today on this thankful Thursday. And I will go with this as my fun fact. I often go with I'm a blind man that has taught sighted people to ski, surf, and scuba dive in the most extreme of conditions. And in the last 9 months, my surfboard, while I was on it, surfing, was actually bitten by a shark. And this morning, I was out surfing, and Bella, I caught about 15 pre-break waves that I fully rode pre-break. And at some point, so a teeny little bit of peripheral vision, I saw a large creature emerge from the water, which I am quite confident was a dolphin, and hopefully not a shark, but not completely sure since I am blind. But it was definitely not nothing. So that is my fun fact for today.
That is a super fun fact, and I'm really glad you don't get eaten by sharks.
Yes, that is a preferential outcome. So, Bella, we're exploring the superpower of integrous influence of people. Who is going first?
Let's kick this off with Mr. Timothy Gardner.
All right, Timothy.
Yes, sir.
1,250 episodes in, we're exploring the only attainable superpower, as we see it, which is the ability to cause yes with people. The people that possess the financial resources, the nuclear weapons, all of this is a sequencing of the causing of yes. But we're not looking for just any yes. Like, who wants to pitch, hook, close? I don't know how you guys feel about that, but for us over here, it feels like yuck. But instead, when heart-centered, sophisticated people who are seeking integrous yes come together, you got to deal with all the stuff, all the messaging, the confusion, the overwhelm for people, and make it through all of that to create the integrous yes. So to illustrate this, Timothy, Bella's going to be anybody you want her to be. Bella could be an ideal client that you are going from hello to yes with. She could be a charitable fundraising partner you're going from hello to yes with, or somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey or Warren Buffett they're going from hello to yes with. Anyone. And it doesn't have to be a final yes. It doesn't be a sale. It could just be a yes for a longer conversation. So Timothy, please, who would you like Bella to be that you are going from hello to yes with?
Does it say Bella would be a potential bookkeeping client of mine?
Okay.
Cool. And so she's like a business owner. Is that right, Timothy?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Let's go, Belle.
All right. Hello, this is Bella.
Hello, Bella. Yeah,
Hello.
This is Gardner. How are you?
I'm doing all right, Timothy. How about yourself?
All right. I'm doing great. I don't know whether you know anything about me or whether or not you read anything about my business attributes, but I am a bookkeeper business owner, and I'm looking to basically expand my clientele and also my business out in your area. Have you heard anything from me? And if so, what did you hear?
I cannot say that I have, Timothy. I am allergic to research. So sometimes, like, I'll start twitching or I break out when I try to start researching things. I'd much rather sit and have a conversation. So I apologize. I have not Googled anything about you.
Okay, well, I appreciate the opportunity for you to, at least, take my call. But I'm a bookkeeper, business owner, trying to expand my clientele out in your area. Basically, what I do, I sit with the potential client and just to basically find out from them what can I do for them. But all I normally do in a nutshell is basically help small businesses optimize their profit margin and by giving them actionable financial data that will be useful and helpful for them to grow their business. So does that sound like something that you may be interested in and maybe pursuing further?
I know as I grow, you know I need some help. I've been doing the bookkeeping myself and definitely you know need some help. So
Okay. Okay. What would you say you would need help with?
just you know I know that I want to make sure that I know like some places you can do taxes yearly, sometimes quarterly, and just I tend to get behind and then try to do my books all at the end of the year. And my biggest thing is I want to stay up to date with them on a monthly basis and be able to know what's going on a monthly basis.
Okay, got you. So would it be fair to say that the first thing you may need to do is categorize your expenses just to basically see what's coming in and actually what's going out?
Yeah, most definitely. And unfortunately, I got to run right now. But will you come by the office and maybe you could show me, what it might look like to work with you?
Okay. You got a pen and piece of paper? I can give you my contact information.
Perfect. I will take it and I look forward to having a longer meeting. I'm out of time at the moment, though. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you're pressed for time.
Great work.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yep. We're going to come back to the feedbackers. Awesome, sir. And Bella, who's following up Timothy? We'll come back to Timothy in a moment. Yes.
All right. Sounds great. Next up, we got lucky girl, Stacy Friedman.
Stacy, who would you like Bella to be that you're going from hello to yes? Yes.
Stacy, we cannot hear you for some reason, Stacy, but you're not muted.
Yeah. I never know what it looked like.
Perfect. So Stacy, who would
that
you
was
like
Sandra,
Bella
Sean.
to be?
That was Sandra. That was not Stacy.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I gotta mute it.
Yeah, no worries. We gotcha. So Stacy is she's working with her microphone, so give her just a second. And she's figuring out her audio.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bella.
So who would you like Bella to be, Stacy? Yeah.
Now it's recording.
I'm getting lost.
So the judgment card is also, I'll repeat what I kind of said, which is it's about
I don't know.
It's about acknowledging what you need.
I don't know where that sound is coming from. Is that coming from you, Stacy?
What is happening? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. So Bella, hopefully we're good now. I would like to ask you if you could be the president or CEO of a small business where you have remote employees and you're interested in figuring out how you could support your employees through coaching benefits, health coaching benefits. So can you be that person for me?
Yes. So I want to have some coaching benefit.
Awesome.
Well, okay. Yep.
All right, cool. So Bella, can you tell me a little bit about how many employees you have? I typically work with a small number of employees in the companies that I consult with, like no more than 25. So how many employees do you have?
We currently have 10.
Okay, fantastic. And may I ask how you treat your employees in terms of their well-being? Like how invested are you in the well-being of all the clients that work for you in your business?
Well, I definitely think, our health and wellness is super important. Statistically, they show in the workplace nowadays, happy employees stay longer. And, so we definitely like to keep our team members happy so that they want to stay here.
Yeah, and so having remote employees can be challenging because you don't have a physical location where you can meet with your employees every day. There's no like proverbial water cooler to gather around. And what I really love to do is, one vertical of my health and wellness coaching business is providing support and time for remote employees to meet up on Zoom calls once a month, maybe more than once a month, depending on what kind of package you're looking for. that are, and all these different calls, and the purpose of the calls is to help your employees make small changes on a whole number of holistic topics when it comes to their wellness, so that they're feeling happier every day and wanting to show up at work and produce and gel as a team, because they can feel like they're in silos. So would you want to hear more about a program like that you could offer to your employees?
That sounds amazing. I'm just curious, Stacey, like, just what have you seen in the past with companies that you have worked with? Because I got about a minute left, but I would just love to hear kind of what you've seen in the past.
So one of the beautiful things about the program that I offer is that it brings together small groups of people to help them. It's mostly educational, but also interactive. So when you sign up for a program with me, you're getting the benefit of all the employees getting group as well as one-on-one support with my expertise and my compassionate approach. So I do one-on-one calls with employees. But every month we have a new health or wellness challenge. So let's say, for example, the challenge this month is like eating the rainbow. We want to make sure that we're eating more nutrient-dense foods. What my past and current clients are finding is that through these team challenges, they're communicating more with one another outside of work-related topics, which is promoting more positive team culture. And people are feeling better. They're feeling more supported, and they're feeling like their employers actually really do care about them, because they're actually investing money in them getting high caliber coaching support through someone like myself. Whereas other companies work with a big insurance company, they don't get nearly the same caliber support as in a smaller.
So Stacey, I'm gonna have to check with our CEO and see if he's open to this. But what I know is his idea of eating the rainbow is like, what color rainbow M&Ms is he gonna eat?
Or Skittles.
Why he doesn't even
Skittles.
eat Skittles? He'll eat rainbow. The only rainbow he'll eat is probably the M&Ms. So if we can talk about getting some M&Ms and doing some team building around M&Ms, I might be able to go from hello to yes with him.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Let's rock and roll. Stacey, wonderful job. Rita, we got Stacey, we got Timothy, and now we got the feedbackers.
Yes. So feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Stacey or Timothy, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then like a little scoring system as the next step. And we like to say, that next step could be maybe a trip to Starbucks for a little mocha chocolate and a little croissante. Maybe that next step is a Capitol room visit for a private dinner with a seafood tower and a nice juicy steak. And if you're maybe a vegan, maybe it's salad and French fries, but you're not going to skip out on dessert because you want to have the longest meeting possible. And if that doesn't work, you would be willing to rent a private jet, of course, stop and pick up Dr. Brian and fly anywhere in the world just to have the longest meeting possible with Stacey or Timothy. So Jamie, let's kick it off with you. And how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Stacey?
I thought Stacey's was interesting. The first thing that struck me was capitalizing on how businesses, a lot of people started working from home. And that's now become an environment. And now they're trying to get a lot of people back into the workplace. But a lot of people were saying that they feel very disconnected working from home, but they like working from home. I thought her concept, I liked the way that she pitched, basically happier clients in the end, but from a holistic approach, getting them to communicate more. I felt like she probably is somebody who is good at facilitating that kind of energy between people. I did feel like after hearing her pitch, I would be compelled to know more how she makes people show up each month and not just come once or twice and then peter out. How does she kind of keep them going?
Beautiful. And so,
awesome. So Jamie, mocha chocolate, seafood tower, nice juicy steak. Like, what would be the next step? Maybe in a private jet, What will be your follow-up with Stacy?
Probably the mocha chocolate.
Yeah, come on. I was not confused there, Bella. We got some caffeine flowing with the mocha chocolate latte. Come on, Belle.
Yes, next up, let's go to Jen. Jen, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Timothy?
For Timothy, I loved how he like asked if you knew about him and if you had heard about him. And then he went on to explain some stuff about him. I thought that was really good. And how he was so persistent in the end. Like he wanted to make sure you got his information. I think that's very important because sometimes we're so easy to just, get off the phone. We think we did it, but he was very persistent and confident in what he does.
Beautiful.
Nice. So, Jen, what would the next step be? A mocha chocolate latte? Perhaps nice juicy steak, seafood tower? What would it be for you?
Well, I'm vegan, so no steak, but I know that Tim likes coffee. So I would go get a great coffee with him because I love coffee too. And maybe get a muffin or maybe a scone.
Caffeine and vegan or veggie muffins flowing Belverita. Come on.
Love it. Next up, let's go, Sandra. If you're able to unmute for us, and how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Stacy?
Yes. Hi. I wasn't really paying attention that much because I just walked into my closing, so I can't really elaborate too much on what Stacy said. I knew I was going to join, and I did tell Dr. Brian that I have to jump off for a closing.
Amazing. So we'll come back. Bella, we have closing presents, and hopefully that goes well. Come on, Bella.
Yes,
good luck on that. And so let's go, Dory. Dory, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Stacy?
Thought it was great that she first introduced the concept of investing in the employees, because it puts the onus on the company and makes them really think about whether they're really taking care of and recognizing the needs of the employees. And employee satisfaction is so important to productivity. So I love that. That's how she opened her conversation with you, and I really like that.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Dory. And so, Dory, what would be the next step with Stacy?
I would say mocha chocolate. I'd love to hear more. And yeah, I think that would be
a little mocha chocolate. Thank you, Dory. And let's go, Dr. Brian. Dr. Brian, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Timothy?
Well, I find it really interesting because each one of everybody on here, I actually had a cold call and meet. The way I met Timothy was Timothy cold called me. And I thought it was really interesting that I was in the middle of creating this process and Timothy cold calls me. And I said, oh, you're looking at growing your business? I have a great platform for you to join. So I think it's really interesting because Timothy was doing his own cold calling one-on-one and not creating a platform like this. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to continue connecting with everybody here. And I have a platform that I've created on 2 Wednesdays a month and continue to grow and help each other grow their business, because I know everybody here wants more. They either want more money, they want more time, or they want more magic in their life. And I would like to continue the process and stay connected with every one of you. So, Timothy, I thought you did a wonderful job, and I think you were very thorough, and you have a lot to offer. And I think you're going to do a wonderful job in the future and continue to grow.
Thank you.
Awesome. Where I usually like to take this is every one of you are invited to come to my office for a complimentary chiropractic adjustment. And if you like, afterwards, we can kind of go out and grab lunch together.
All right.
So that's where I'm at.
I love it. Thank you for that. Dr. Brian, that sounds like a good time. And I think my co-host is hiding. Oh, wait, ladies in studio. Hello.
I'm like a chinchilla that has now appeared from the insane technological challenges in the world. And Dr. Brian, it is now time, since your beautiful guests have been here and they were very kind, like Timothy and Stacy, to step onto the participant seat. Bella Verita thinks it's only hospitable, even though Dr. Brian, everybody, it's not my contract, to put my butt on the hot seat. So Bella, let's go.
Yes. So everyone, this is the time in the show that I have the honor and privilege of putting my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about, because I always cook them up as the show has been going on. Dr. Brian, you can choose from one of my scenarios, or you can scrap them and come up with one all on your own. Are you ready to hear what I have for today?
Yes.
All right. So option number one, since we talk about the importance of ecosystem merging when it comes to accelerating your business, is I thought option number one is Sean could role play Timothy, going from hello to yes with the business manager of Integrity Tax Services, which is located in his area, to do an ecosystem merger. So he'd explain what that means and what the potentials are in doing an actual ecosystem merger. So this is already their second or third conversation, and he's going from hello to yes for that. So that is option number one. Option number two is I thought Sean could role play Stacy, going from hello to yes with the CEO of Federal Donuts, which I read is a very well-known, famous donut shop. I think they fit into that, 10 to 15 employee range. So going from hello to yes with them to come in and do some sort of health and wellness, her expertise. And then option number three is Sean could role play Dory, going from hello to yes with the CEO of Vanguard Group. I know she does some marketing for a financial services company. Vanguard Group is a financial services company. So she would go from hello to yes with Tim Bucky to sponsor one of her events. So those are the three options that I have for you today, Brian. Do any of those tickle your fancy, or do you have something much harder you would like to see Sean do?
Let's go with option three with Dory.
Option three with Dory. And so, Brian, Sean will role play Dory. And would you like Dory to play Tim Bucky or somebody else to play the CEO of Vanguard Group?
She can play Tim Bucky.
Dory, are you up for playing Tim Bucky?
I'm not familiar who Tim Bucky is.
He's just the CEO of a financial company.
Okay. I am actually currently out of financial services and focusing on breath work.
Okay, but are you, and you're doing events, right? So he
yes, I could pitch to him on doing a breathwork event.
Yeah, so Sean's gonna role play you, and what he's gonna ask Tim to do is sponsor a breathwork event for you.
Okay, excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, is Mr. Bucky available?
Yes, Mr. Bucky. This is Mr. Bucky.
Wow. Hey, Mr. Bucky. This is Dory. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Is still a good time for you?
Yes, it's a good time. I have exactly 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'll keep it to 3 minutes. I know you're incredibly busy. I know you know who you are. I just want you to know that I know who you are and how precious your time is. So thank you. And I want to speak into your listening. I would never be here to pitch you, hook you, close you, with something. What I'm curious about is there's a synergy and a way to serve. And obviously you've accepted this call and there's a reason for it. So would you mind please sharing, Mr. Bucky, why do I have the incredible privilege of being on the phone with you?
I am interested in introducing wellness programs into our company corporate wellness offering to employees. And I think it would be a great start to hear what you have to offer.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. And I will keep to the 3 minutes, but when you think of corporate wellness programs, what is it that you're looking for? I'm presuming that you're looking for something that's going to be really effective for the employees, but I'm also thinking that you want it to be engaging, entertaining, fun, something that the employees appreciate and associate positive goodwill towards Vanguard. Am I hearing that correctly? And anything else that I'm missing?
Yes, it's very important to reduce their stress and anxiety and also help with mental clarity around leadership and creativity and increasing our overall profit margin within the company.
Sure.
Yeah.
So received. From that place of looking to create clarity, mental clarity, reduce anxiety, increase profitability, can I share a couple of things that may or may not resonate with you?
That definitely sounds like the direction we'd like to go in.
Cool. So, okay, share a couple of quick things in our final minute.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. So, Mr. Bucky, I'm sure you have a lot of folks that talk about bringing in and bringing programs to you. It's a great opportunity for people to introduce what they do, to add value, also generate patients or clients. So I am not confused that this is a really privileged opportunity. What my life and work stands for is to deliver the outcomes you're speaking about. And how do you do that, though, is the key question. Everybody can talk about the basic foundational ways to decrease stress, be happier, become more empowered. You know, we could all talk about these things, pick up any book in the store, but the question is, how do we actualize it? I have a lot of fun saying, you know, everybody could get Vince Lombardi's playbook, but not everybody is Vince Lombardi. So how do we bring about these changes within people? So if I had the privilege and opportunity of presenting before Vanguard, I would bring an electrified, fun, heart-centered, aspirational program that would be tremendously engaging. Most speakers are horrific, Mr. Bucky. Let's get it straight. These folks would be engaged. They would be shocked, in fact, at how engaged and much fun they had as they learn how to and are inspired to utilize the tools that I will present. The tools are important, but more important is that they're actually used, and the program is attractive and magnetic and positively provides retention and profitability for Vanguard. So that's what I promise. Like, how do I deliver on that? I know we're at time. I'm simply proposing either a test, see how I do, compare and contrast me to everybody else, or a 30-minute conversation with you or somebody on your staff to present exactly how I do this. So, Mr. Bucky, how would it resonate with you or not? Either A, have me come in and share with you how I would do this, or B, simply test me against the other 5 folks that are out there. And yeah, so what resonates with you or not to do next, please, Mr. Bucky?
So I would recommend contacting our human resource director and setting up a event with our leadership team and starting with them.
Wonderful.
And so I think from there, they can decide whether they'd like to introduce it to the company.
Well, I'm very grateful, Mr. Bucky, and how precious your time is. I know we're at time. Anything else I can do for you right now, other than follow up with Tom, the head of human resources?
If you can also send me information, proposal, detailed proposal, just outlining what you'd recommend in terms of how to get started and what you recommend for the leadership team, so that I have the same information that the head of human resources does.
Of course, I'll get that done right away. Anything else, Mr. Bucky?
No, that's it. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, have an extraordinary day. I'll call Tom, set that up, and hopefully be seeing you soon. Thank you, Mr. Bucky.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Out of roll. Dory, how'd I do as Dory communicating with Mr. Bucky at Vanguard?
I thought you communicated great because it felt heartfelt and sincere, and you were looking to help solve their problems and asking how to best do that. So I thought you were doing a lot of listening and then responding with appropriate action. So
Thank you. And Dory, we like to share this concept. What if the greatest salespeople in the world and the greatest and only way to integrally sell is to not sell at all? Yes. So Dory, thank you for being here today on Dr. Brian's Heart of Influence. And how was your overall experience today, Dory?
it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. And even though I'm blind, I also appreciate the fact that you're not blue, nor a fish, nor do you spell your name with a Y. Am I getting all those correct?
You are getting all of those correct.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Stacy, really appreciated your energy. Thank you for the courage of being in the participant seat. I thought you did a really masterful job. And how was your time today, Stacy, on Dr. Brian's Heart of Influence?
This was fantastic. I so appreciate this. Dr. Brian, I can't thank you enough for inviting me here. And it was wonderful to hear from everybody else in the room. And I appreciate you putting me in the hot seat and being a participant. I had no idea that I was going to be doing that. And I pushed an edge and just went for it. I was nervous, but That was really fantastic. So thank you. It was great.
You're welcome.
Yeah, did a great job, and Dr. Brian did exactly that, bringing everybody together today. Jen, how was your time today? Thanks for being here, being that feedbacker seat. Never an easy place to be either. It's like, what do I share? What do I say? Did a great job. And Jen, please, how was your time with Dr. Brian's Heart of Influence?
It was great. I was a college professor for 20 years, so I have no problem with telling people good and bad. And I usually try and go with the good because, you know, it builds people's confidence. I never like to tear people down. And it was lovely. I loved the way you just did it. Excellent. Loved it. And it was just great being around everyone. So thank you.
Awesome. Beautiful work, Jen. And I can see why you are a very effective teacher, educator, and actualizer. So thank you for that. Miss Belverita, Dr. Brian assembled several other heart center growth minded folk.
Yes, so I think the only person we actually have left before we get to Dr. Brian is Timothy. And so Timothy, how was your time with us? Thank you again for your service and great job at cold calling Brian and being here today. And how was your experience?
The experience was refreshing. This is something new to me. You know, this is very innovative, very engaging. You know, you're not just here having a meeting. We are basically engaging, role playing, if you will, and, you know, learning something from each other. So I think it was very fruitful, very productive. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that, for sure, Timothy. And because of Dr. Brian, I'm going to kick it to him for final second. Definitely all connect up together. Definitely follow up with Dr. Brian. And thanks to Dr. Brian, we have 3 gifts for you. And these are not ChatGPT throwaways. These are things of real value. They're better than vegan muffins, I promise. The first is next Wednesday, 8 a.m. Eastern time. If you want to meet 100, 110, 120 fine folks like yourself that have been part of Influence, that are in the Unblinded program, next Wednesday, we'll be there in deep practice for how do you do this? Because not all influence is remotely the same. And what if the difference between people who look the same is actually the difference between an ant versus Godzilla in the ability to impact outcomes? So that is next Wednesday, the dojo, Mr. Miyagi meets Yoda, if you get the Star Wars and Karate Kid references. If not, sorry, oops. Yes, so that's next Wednesday. Second, we have our textbook or a Bible, scripture, take your pick of words, on how to accelerate your public speaking, leadership management, or Integris Group Influence book. You need another book on public speaking, management, leadership? Well, yes, because there's nothing that's diagnostically and holistically complete. There's tips, there's references, there's thoughts, but it ain't this. Check it out. It will blow your mind. It will be your Bible textbook on how you actually influence groups of human beings with integrity. And finally, we have a business acceleration session for you. That session will also be a jaw-dropping mind blower. We'd be like, no way. Like, to break it down, like Einstein said, how do you make business acceleration as simple as possible, but not simpler? Core expertise in the mission overall. Nothing will be sold to you there. Nothing sold on next Wednesday. We have plenty of things we love to do in a lifelong build of a relationship. Because of Dr. Brian, value, value, value first and always. And Dr. Brian, thank you for assembling these fine folks. And please, sir, how was your experience on your Heart of Influence, your final?
Well, I had a wonderful, wonderful experience today. I think I put a great group together, and I really appreciate the effort that you and Bella put in today. I'm going to follow up with each one of the participants. We have a group meeting on the first and third Wednesday of the month, and I would like to see if we can continue to follow this up and spread this type of energy to the public, where we can all grow our businesses and become better at what we do and who we are.
Thank you, Dr. Brian. Wonderful. Bella Verita, appreciate you, everything you bring. Wonderful work. As always, your final today on Dr. Brian's Heart of Influence, Bella Verita.
Yes, my final is I actually sat in the seat of Timothy and Stacy about 3.5 years ago and was pretty certain I knew all there was to know about sales and influence. And I quickly learned that there is a higher level of doing things with more sophisticated people that leads to some of the results that I've gotten in the last couple of weeks because I listened to this very man. So definitely download that book. Because I always talk to people after the show and I'm like, did you download the book? They're like, no, I didn't really get to it. You're not going to end up in some funnel because we have your contact information already. So it really, truly is just a gift. So definitely download that because the takeaways in that can really impact your money, time, and magic. So thank you all for being here. Definitely connect with each other. And Dr. Brian and Sean, back to you.
Thank you for that, for everybody. Thank you, Dr. Brian, all of you. On behalf of Bella, we end every show by saying this: I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities for acceleration that sit in front of all of us. For money or time or magic, right here they sit so often, but sighted or not, blind or sighted, at some level, all of us, as to those possibilities right in front of us. Bella, we are all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.